boys and girls. It's me, Mrs. Baker, and your friend Harold. And here we are, joining you from my house. It's a cold and rainy day today, so we've been filming some book reads for you, and we hope you're enjoying them very, very much. We have a very special book for you today called Caps for Sale, and it's a wonderful old book. Now, I have my imagination hat here. Do you remember this? If you have a hat you can wear from home, put it on right now so we can read the book together. Are you ready? This is called Caps for Sale. Are you ready to listen? Because I'm ready to read. Here we go. Caps for Sale. A tale of a peddler, some monkeys, and their monkey business. Here we go. Caps for sale. Once there was a peddler who sold caps, but he was not like an ordinary peddler carrying his wares on his back. He carried them on the top of his head. First he had his own checkered cap, and then a bunch of gray caps, and then a bunch of brown caps, then a bunch of blue caps, and on the very top, a bunch of red caps. He walked up and down the streets, holding himself very straight so as not to upset his caps. And as he went along, he called, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." Well, one morning, he couldn't sell any caps. He walked up and down the street, and he walked down the street calling, "Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap." But nobody wanted any caps that morning. Nobody wanted even a red cap. He began to feel very hungry, but he had no money for lunch. "I think I'll go for a walk in the country," he said. And he walked out of town, slowly, slowly, as not to upset any of the caps. He walked for a very long time until he came to a big, great tree. "Well, that's a nice place for a rest," thought he. And he sat down very slowly under the tree and leaned back little by little against the tree trunk so as not to disturb the caps on his head. And then he put his hand to feel if they were straight. And first he checked his own checkered cap, the gray caps, the brown caps, the blue caps, and the red caps on the very top. They were all there, so he went to sleep, and he slept for a very long time. And when he woke up, oh, he was refreshed and rested. But before standing up, he felt with his hand to make sure the caps were all in the right place. And he felt all but own checked cap. What happened? Oh, boys and girls. He looked to the right of him. No caps. He looked to the left of him. No caps. He looked to the back of him. No caps. And he looked behind the tree. No caps. Uh-oh. And then he looked up into the tree. And what do you think he saw? Did you hear that? What's that, boys and girls? On every branch sat a monkey. And on every monkey was a gray, or a brown, or a blue, or a red cap. Silly monkeys. The peddler looked at all the monkeys. The monkeys looked at the peddler. He didn't know what to do. And finally, he spoke to them. You monkeys, you, he said, shaking a finger at them. You give my caps back. But the monkeys only shook their fingers back at him and said, psst, psst, psst. I think they're making fun of him. This made the peddler very angry, and he shook both hands at him and said, You monkeys, you give back my caps. But the monkeys only shook their hands back at him and said, Psst, psst, psst. That must be monkey, for I don't care. Well, now, he felt quite angry, so he stamped his foot. And he said, You monkeys, you better give back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped their feet back at him and said, Psst, 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 psst. They're getting a little crazy now. Well, by this time, the peddler was really very, very angry. And he stamped both of his feet and he shouted, You monkey, you must give back my caps. But the monkeys only stamped both of their feet back at him and said, Psst, psst, psst. Oh, my goodness. At last, he became so angry that he pulled off his own cap, threw it on the ground, and he began to walk away. Ha! But then, each monkey pulled off his own cap. And so the peddler picked up his caps and put them back on his head. First, his own checked cap, and then the gray caps, and the brown caps, and the blue caps, and the red cap on the very, very top. And slowly, very slowly, he walked back to the town calling, Caps, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap. Oh, good job. Very good job reading, boys and girls. Did you enjoy the story, Caps for Sale? Well, I enjoyed reading it to you. So remember, under the Fair Use Guidelines, this has been a production of Baker Company in cooperation with Elkins Public Library in the town of Canterbury. The intention of this video is for nonprofit educational use only, so please do not copy or sell this material without written permission of myself, Elkins Public Library, or the town of Canterbury. I've enjoyed spending time with you today, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me in my very, very silly cap. I think of you so often, and remember, I love you, and I am so proud of you.